welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about treasures in heaven and worry. So, let's get straight into the video. Okay, so today's verses come from Matthew chapter 6, verse 19 through 34. So, verses 19 through 24 are about treasures in heaven, and then verses through 25 through 34 are about worry. Okay, so let's start reading these verses. Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moths and vermin destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where moths and vermin do Where moths and vermin do not destroy, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will also be. The eye is the lamp of the body. If your eyes are healthy, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eyes are unhealthy, your whole body will be full of darkness. Let's just pause there. So, what that meant was your eyes are healthy, right? As in, like, you're only living for God. You only, you don't hoard, you're not greedy. You're doing all these things for God. And then when it says your eyes are unhealthy, you want, and you're greedy, and you think that money can buy happiness and stuff. So, I just wanted to clarify that. I normally read in the Message version, but I haven't gotten my Message Bible yet. I'm going to get one, so it will be easier to understand. But I did clip some pieces of the Message Bible, and I'll put them up here as I'm reading. Okay. Your whole body will be full of darkness. If then the light within you is darkness, how great is the darkness? No one can serve two masters. Either you will hate the one and love the other, or you will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money. Now we're going into verse 25. Therefore, I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothes? Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? Can any one of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life? And why do you worry about clothes? See how the flowers of the field grow? They do not labor or spin, yet I tell you that not even Solomon, in all of his splendor, was dressed like one of these. If that is how God clothes the grass of the field, which is here today and tomorrow is thrown into the fire, will he not much more clothe you, you of little faith? So do not worry, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, and what shall we wear? For the pagans run after these things, and your heavenly Father knows that you need them. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all of these things will be given to you as well. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. So those were all the verses. So I really like those verses a lot. I feel like the part about the do not worry about what you're going to eat, drink, or wear, that is really, I really like that verse. All of these verses are great. So I'm just going to go through and talk about what I think each verse meant. Okay, so I wrote down some notes about what really stuck out to me, or what can be clarified. So in verses 19 through 21, it's talking about some people think that having lots of things makes you happy. Now in our generation, oh, I have the new iPhone 16, or oh, I have the new MacBook Pro, or whatever it may be. That's just I mean, when people say money can buy happiness, it's not necessarily wrong. Like, money can buy short-term happiness, but money cannot buy what God can give you. Money cannot buy anything close to that. So, that's what that's really talking about in verses 19 through 21. And, like, just because you have lots of things doesn't make you powerful or stronger or, like, more important to other people. Like, oh, I have so many things. Like, no, honey, that's not how it works. And then when it says the eye is healthy or unhealthy, like, the eye can be an advantage or a disadvantage, or it can, like, hurt you. If your eyes are like, oh, that looks really cool. This is a healthy version. Oh, that looks really cool. I really want that. But I know that God can give me way more than that. Like, He can give me so much more. I really do want that. It does look really cool. But, like, I have more waiting for me in heaven. Like, I already have a place in heaven. Like, that's really all I need. And then the unhealthy version, or the version that can hurt you. Oh, that looks really cool. Like, I really, really want that. I'm gonna go buy it because that'll make me so happy. And, like, it'll just make me feel so much better because it's just so cool. Like, it'll make me so happy. Like, those are the types of people that when they get into heaven, I'm not saying you're not going to get into heaven if you're like that, but, like, in the Bible it says those types of people, like, already got their reward on earth. Like, they're not going to have as much as the person who says, oh, I'm going to wait for what God has to give me because I know I have so much for me in heaven. So person A, the person who's living for God, is like is gonna have so much for them in heaven, and person B isn't gonna have that much because they already got so many things because that's everything they wanted and they thought that was gonna make them very happy. And then next it says no one can serve two masters. When they're talking about that, they're talking about God and money / things you want, things you need. Well, not things you need, things you want, or just things to become more popular. So, when it says you will love the other one or you will hate one of them and love the other. In our generation now, most people love the one who isn't God. They love the money. They just want the money, more money, 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 money. Like, and then there are very, like, in the population of, like, the whole world, there are it's like 28% of the people in the whole world, like, want the God. They want what God has for them. They don't want the money. I don't think it's like 28%. I don't know. I'm going to look it up and I'll put it up there. So, and then it says you will be devoted to one or despise the other. You will be devoted to making sure you are popular. You have the cool new thing. You have the most followers on, like, TikTok or Instagram or something. Just so you can be like, I'm so cool, I'm so popular, look at me. Like, that's not how it works. Like, God is the one you need to be devoted to and the one you need to love. Then money, on the other hand, is the one you need to not be as devoted to and the one you despise. Because money cannot buy you what God has for you. And then don't worry about your life. don't worry. Like, I know in this generation, a lot of the teenagers have like anxiety or some sort of like depression or something, but I don't know, just don't worry. God knows what you need. God can do anything and everything. And when it says, do not worry about what you will eat because God will provide for you, we can see that. We can see that in action. Because in this day and time, there are so many homeless people out on the streets, and just in the Bible it says you cannot survive 40 days, more than 40 days, and it's scientifically proven. You cannot survive more than 40 days without food, and you cannot survive more than 3 days without water. There is no way those homeless people everywhere have only been homeless for 3 to 40 days. There's absolutely no possible way. God is going to provide for you. Like, he finds ways to feed those homeless people every day. Give them water every day. They might not get fed every day, but at least they are getting fed and getting water. Okay? So, and then, almost done here, we're wrapping up. You are more valuable than birds. Birds are so pretty. I love birds. When I was little, I used to want to become a bird watcher because I loved how beautiful they were. Like, true story. But God clothes the birds, provides the birds with shelter and food. Like, do you not think he's gonna do more for you? It took God, depending on how you put it, 7 days to create the world, but technically 1 day to create the birds. It took God 9 months to create us, and he's still working on it. I'm only 13. Like, I still have a lot of growing to do. There is so much that he has for you guys. Like, I know you guys are younger too. Like you're in your teenage years or your preteen years or whatever you want to call it. God has so much more for you than what he has for the birds. Or when it says the grass. The grass. Guys. God clothes the grass. Okay? Here, let's read it. Where is it? Hello? Grass? Where'd you go? Oh, here it is. If that is how God clothes the grass of the field, which is here today and tomorrow is thrown into the fire, will he not much more clothe you, you of little faith? God, back in that time, grass was used to start, make the fires bigger. So, if he clothes the grass that is here today, and by tomorrow morning it's thrown into a fire, if he clothes them with such beauty and grace, what do you think he's going to do to us? He took the same thing with the birds. Either how you think of it, 7 days or 1 day to create the grass. 9 months for this. And he's still working on us. There is still more. I cannot stress this enough, guys. God is still working on you. You were not finished. God still has so many more plans for you guys. And when he put this, idea of making this channel in my heart, I immediately said, God, I'm gonna do it. I don't care who hates on me. I don't care what they say about me. I don't care what rumors get spread. I don't care about any of that. If this is what you want me to do, this is what I'm gonna do. But it's time to wrap up. So, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.